my tongue.
What? Right down the center. That's the biggest hole I've ever seen in a tongue. It looks tremendous.
She was eating fruit.
What fruit was she eating? What fruit were you eating?
There you go. Cantaloupe?
You're good.
Her fiance, Marty, comes running into our room. He's going, medical emergency, medical emergency. So we go running over there. I'm like, what, has she got a stroke? I walk in and she's got blood all over the place coming out of her mouth.
I was bleeding like it was like my tongue had got cut out of my face, like out of my mouth.
And I'm like, what the f***? I'm the hunter, so I don't care about blood. I look at it and I take a cloth and I put pressure on it. I said, stick the tongue out. I put pressure on her tongue and I stop the bleeding. And I hold it there for a minute and everybody's looking and I take the thing off and I'm like, what happened? She's like, I bit a seed and it cut me.
It was the first food I had seen in like 2 days. Like, not for nothing. You know what it's like when you're super hungry. So I'm like, I gotta chew, and I bit into a piece of melon. There was a seed in it, and it went right through my tongue.
But the hole is right through her frickin' tongue. How could that happen? And now, going back and thinking about it, she bit on her tongue so that she'd get a little bit more drama.
Wow.
No one else knew what to do. Joe Benning, no, I guess maybe I can't say much for his plumbing, but he knew how to stop a blood from flowing out of my tongue. Maybe he's into tongues, I don't know. But it did work, so thank you, Joe.
Once you get your mask, make your way to the omelet station.
Here, Dolores.
Oh, that's cold.
Oh my God. Marge, I feel like I can hire you as an esthetician at our office.
I know. I'm amazing.
That's true.
You guys look funky with all your
Do we?
faces
Do-
peeling.
Every time I moved my face, it would crack.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were having a problem. It was
Yeah.
hers dried up like cement. Her and I ran in the bathroom and wiped it off.
They thought I ran away. I didn't run away. I went to go wash my face. I
Yeah,
would
her
never run
face
away.
was starting to itch her. It was not good. We gotta
Not.
get that off.
I'm Melissa Gorgon. I'm always perfect.
No, I'm absolutely not.
perfect. I don't want to get in trouble.
Seriously. Do I portray that or something?
Yes.
Because that's
Yes.
insulting. Yeah, you know, I think that took me off guard a little bit when she just threw in the Little Miss Perfect because I don't like the way she had said it to me. It made me feel like, like where did that come from? Like, do you always feel this way and you never really express it? And it came off to me a little bit haterish in a way because I wasn't understanding her or like, where do you get Little Miss Perfect from? For me, I don't know if she was trying to give me a compliment, but the way she said it, it didn't come off very much like a compliment. So I was a little insulted.
I don't think you were saying she's Little Miss Perfect because you think she's perfect. I think you were saying Little Miss Perfect.
Like in a
as
sarcastic
yeah,
way.
like as a dig. I feel like she gives off that perception though.
I don't think she is. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know.
I take it as a shady compliment, a passive-aggressive compliment. Because the truth is, Melissa is like very perfect. You know, she's beautiful, she has a great life. So Dolores was like, oh, we never see anything negative with you. And I think that's what Dolores was trying to say. But it's not true. Melissa is vulnerable. She shows her vulnerability. There's a lot of sides to Melissa. But I think Dolores was just like, oh, you don't open up to me. But I was like, you know, Dolores doesn't open up all the time either.
I don't know. You have to pull it out of Dolores.
Yeah, and we pull it out of her, you know, too. So I think it was like a shady backhanded compliment.
It sounded a little judgmental.
There's a good word.
I've called people much worse, so I don't think it's so bad.
So she should be happy she
Call
called
me
her
Little
that.
Miss Perfect anytime
There are
you
worse
want.
names to be called than Little Miss Perfect.
You don't even know me or my family or anything about me, so shut the f*** up.
I think it was her right to decide
Jackie, you just met her 2 minutes ago, so how do you know what she's
I
thinking?
actually didn't meet her 2 minutes ago.
You did 5 minutes. If you want to make it to 10, I would shut it if I were you.
Bring it up, baby.
I don't think that Jackie knows or understands quite the dynamics of everything yet.
Dolores I've been friends with her for
Couple
like,
decades.
like over 20 years. And she's just been friends with Melissa for a minute, so.
If you're from an Italian upbringing, you know that you just don't get involved unless it's your place. An Italian woman, we have this rite of passage. We can get involved as long as we know each other. But an outsider that's just coming to the scene, she should have just taken a seat and watched it unfold.
I mean, listen, Jackie's a grown woman. She can say whatever she wants. I can't control Jackie. Sometimes Teresa puts her foot in her mouth. She needs somebody to tell her what's real in life.
I didn't insult Teresa's character, and I didn't go after her as a person at all, because I actually think she's a great person. And it wasn't like I went in that day and was like, who can I pick a fight with? It just happened to be that I felt that she was speaking offensively against somebody that I cared about, and I didn't agree with what she was saying, but it certainly wasn't attacking somebody's core.
Jackie is not the type of girl that walks in a room and says like, oh, I'm gonna worry about like what's the right way to do this or that. I think that she just speaks her mind and she's real. And that's why I appreciated her so much. She like looked at the situation, whether you were Princess Diana, Teresa Giudice, Melissa Gorga, or Margaret Joseph, she was gonna tell you how she feels. And I respected that. I like that. I don't like people that are intimidated by what they're supposed to do or, oh, I know I'm not supposed to speak up to this one because she's gonna attack me. Jackie just doesn't give a shit. She's like, no, I'm gonna say what I think is right.
I agree. Jackie stands by her convictions. She has a great personality, but she's not going to hold it against you. She could say what she feels, and then she can move on from it.
When it's time for you to chime in, we'll ask you the questions. She doesn't need to have her opinion, I don't think, yet. She doesn't know you.
Oh, I know.
So she doesn't have a right to her opinion, as far as I'm concerned.
Unless someone else is in her ear.
Margaret should really, they should both be taking a seat by the
And then
sidelines.
also, you know, Melissa's in that whole thing too, so.
The only thing Melissa really has going for her really is you, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not getting involved in that, but I can. I have a right to my opinion, but she should really be sitting with the two of them, because I'm back. Don't know if you heard.
Woo! We're gonna party all weekend! No, I didn't say take my shoes off yet. Ew. Ew, Joe, I was just on a dirty plate. Oh my God. Joe likes my feet. Oh God.
Well, I have a big problem, and I'm a man, and I'm sitting in front of men. I'm obsessed with my wife.
Sure.
That's a great feeling, man.
Listen, that's the perks of having like an Italian man. They like to like suck on you.
I like to suck almost anything
On your wife?
on her body.
I just recently had a talk with Joe about this and told him like, okay, we're getting older now. Like, even though we hate to admit it, like, I think it's time to like let's just button up the sex talk a little bit. Like, he has no filter. He wants to tell everyone how we did it, when we did it, why we did it, and like which way worked best. He tells them like, I made a boy when I did it to her like this. I made a girl when I did it to her like this. I'm like, Joe, is anything like private? Like when it comes to this, like it was cute when I was 22 and 23 and 24, but like now I'm like 39 and I'm sick of talking about our sex. He's like, all right, I'll button it up a little. So we'll see how that goes.
And I was a bad boy, you know, before her, and I searched for a while to have met to the woman that could keep me sane, because I'm pretty sick. I'm sick in my own mind. I'm gonna say I'm a sexual fiend. This guy too, because he's a cheating son of a bitch.
Oh my God,
He
man.
is.
I'm just sitting here nice,
He's a
saying, wow,
he's
that's
a dirty,
really nice
dirty
of you.
man. I know this guy a long time, but we are who we are. We're like cavemen. See, everybody thinks, oh, this is year 2018. No.
Girls are 2018, guys are like year of the flood.
Yeah. Marty, how many kids you have?
3.
So were all your kids able to come?
2 of the 3 are here.
Now, why couldn't the other one come? Just busy.
His kids don't like me, but I command respect.
And you
If you're
deserve
not
respect.
going to, if
And
you're
you
not
deserve
going to
respect.
respect me, stay out of my space.
That rubbed me the wrong way like nobody's business.
You know what? It happens. It happens. You know, if you get into a relationship with someone that they have children, I've seen it with my other friends. It causes a lot of problems.
We're at the wedding. His kids attended the wedding. You do not throw any negative comments about someone's children, especially the guy you're going to marry, at the wedding.
Honestly, that was a very uncomfortable conversation for all
was
of us.
very upset.
Just because we're all super family people to begin with, and it's nice that they came to support their father. And she just was not letting go whatever old hard feelings she had. And it was, I felt,
Not the
at
time.
that point I was looking at Marty like, it was very stressful.
It was extremely, extremely uncomfortable to listen to her berate him about his kids.
My children come first, hands down. And if a woman comes into my life and says, you know, I don't like your children, fuck your kids, no, sorry, fuck you.
Listen, it's a hard situation. I'm not gonna take anyone's side on that, because when you're not in that situation, you should keep your mouth shut.
It's easy to like preach when you're not
Right.
living it.
And I'm a stepmother, twice over. And I would never, ever, ever say one negative thing about my stepkids, ever. Joe has kids, my stepkids from my first marriage. That's not someplace you go. And especially not like 2 days before your wedding.
And I'm gonna say, listen, Marty's a stand-up guy.
Stand up.
But let me tell you, For him to allow a woman to say your kids,
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
Never allow.
he's not a man to me.
I would have never walked down
I'm
the aisle.
sorry.
Never walked down
that
the
I
aisle.
lost respect for him.
Even Joe, who I'm obsessed with, he knows. My kids first.
As a man, he shouldn't have gone and f***ing done it. He shouldn't have allowed her to rip his f***ing kids up. Those kids are his kids. They're great kids.
And I think Danielle would have been a deal breaker the way she feels about her daughters. I don't think if Marty ever said anything about her kids, I mean, forget it.
Oh my God, you can't say peep about her children either, which nobody would. They're amazing girls, but
Yes.
like, honestly, she would get very insulted.
I would have packed my and got on the boat if I was Marty.
That was her opinion.
You seem like you're backing her up. Like,
was
guess
taking
what?
her
I'll
side.
always have your back. You should always have mine.
Oh, you didn't have my back the other night, the other day at her house.
Oh, she was sticking up for Jackie. And it's like, oh yeah, bitch. And then I went at her because you should stick with your family, not some stranger that you just met 5 minutes ago. She needed a wake-up call. I think we should just watch the movie Godfather, but you never go against the family.
Yeah.
You just don't
Didn't you
do
bring her
that.
Watch it when she first came to the house
I
for
should
dinner?
have. I should have.
20 years
Yeah,
ago.
you're so right. I thought everybody watched that
I
movie.
love that movie.
All right, enough.
How would she like if her husband
Cut
didn't
it.
have...
Shut.
And I guess my brother didn't like us arguing, and he saw it. He just yelled at both of us, and he's like, "Get over here. We need to talk." And I'm like, "All right, let's do this. You should have did this a long time ago."
I think everyone needed to stand together at the same moment. Everyone needed to like blow for a second. And I think that's what happened. We all hit our little boiling point at the same time.
Do you think that Teresa genuinely loves Melissa?
I think she loves her. She's my wife. But I'm gonna be honest, there's a jealous thing between both of them. It's kind of like a competition thing, I think. They're too much alike.
There's going to be arguments between personalities. Who's top dog?
That's right.